Okay, I figured a picture's worth 1,000 words, so I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all where that 2x4 is that I was talking about. I mean the 2x2 that runs the length of the trailer. So there it is. You can see it kind of looks like it's floating up above the ground, but again, this is because this is just tarp right here underneath the trailer. But as it runs that way, let me move this insulation out of your way. It gets to a point where the metal crossbeam is sitting right here, because I can't even put my fingers under there. And like I said, it goes the length of the trailer that way. And then also on this side, you got the same thing. See if you can see it though. Right there. The 2x2 right there. Okay, just wanted to get you a little closer shot on that. Okay, I just finished cutting it up. I'm gonna remove it now. See what's underneath. A lot of the same. Okay. So, main thing is you just want to be careful if you're gonna make a cut like this, because these edges are not supported by anything. So I've got this 2x6 kind of running across, sitting on top of where that support is underneath the 2x2 that I showed you earlier. So I kind of just step along this as I walk across, because if you step here, it's definitely gonna just cave in or even split where the 2x2 is at. Same thing on this side, so I'm not, and like I said, this is all just insulation in here. My next step is to just kind of cut away some of this insulation so I can see how my 2x6 is gonna, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get one in here and pushed up as far away this way as I can. Try to butt it up to that other 2x2. And then if I can, maybe even get one, push it this way, and then maybe join them here in the middle. Because this is the main walkway. I mean, this is what I really want supported. Okay, more to come. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the subfloor. Just maybe another, like I said, 8 inches or so. Got it marked there. Okay, I got it cut out. Came back, like I said, another 8 inches. Pulled up the insulation, throw it over there. Just wanted to show you that crossbeam I was talking about. So here we are at the refrigerator, and you can kind of see the indentation of it as it runs underneath the trailer. So that's what my support boards are going to be sitting on top of, this one, and then there's a few more back there. So that's why it's important to make sure that you get one long piece to sit in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can stick this in here and shove it off into the side so I can fit another one, and then I'll sandwich them together. Okay, more to come. One thing to note, it probably works better if your 2x6 isn't warped like a banana. So you can see it's laying flat, but over here I have to push that down and get it to fit under here. The main thing is I want to support along this edge, and then again on this edge. So yeah, it's going to be fun trying to squeeze it in. I had it flip-flop, this 2x6, but then it was warped like this, and I definitely couldn't get it to slide in. So now it's like this. So now I just got to shove the ends. And since this is kind of drooped a little bit, this is kind of sunken in there just a little bit, I'm going to have to work my way along here and shove this in little by little. So that's going to be fun. That's what I'm going to do next. More to come. One thing that might help y'all is I marked this off into 2-foot increments here. So I know my 1 foot is there, 2 feet is there. So that once I get this shoved in here, I'm going to kind of lose sight of how much board I've got this way and that way. So I know it's an 8-foot board. As long as I can maintain eye contact and at least 2 feet, which I will, and I'll know how much board is coming in this way. Okay, so quick update. I was still having problems getting this to slide under here, even with that 45-degree cut. So what I did is I just took me and the problem was it's hard to get a handle of it and shove it in. So I just used the lag bolt here and I screwed down this, I don't know, metal bracket that I had laying in the garage. I don't even know what it's for. Probably underneath my truck. Missing parts all the time, but so once I got that screwed in there, I was able to snap this to drive it in underneath the subfloor here. So I think it went in a good 3 or 4 inches. And now I'm just kind of hitting it along the edges here, and I'll work my way along that way and get it to go underneath this floor here, probably about halfway, maybe a little more, so I have room to put in the one coming this way. So alright, catch up with y'all later. Okay, quick update. So I got that 2x6 slid under there like I said, and as I walk over this, man, solid is all I gotta say. So I'm pretty happy with that. So then what I'm gonna do is, I don't have one on hand, but I'll go to Home Depot later and I'll get me another 2x6 in here, drop it in the same way, and yeah, I could do a 2x4, but I'd rather
show me too.
Say hi. That's my daughter. She wants to go swinging, so we're gonna go swing. But I got that piece in, and pretty happy with that. So more to come as I move to this next side. Okay, back here.
Back here.
In the trailer.
In the trailer.
I just got back from getting me a piece of 8-foot 2x8. So I don't know if it's gonna fit in there. I'm gonna have to scoot this first piece that I put in as much as I can go that way, but I want to get me another kind of like piece of screw on that end. That way, after I scoot it in, I'll be able to knock it back out. So let me get that in first before I do anything. Okay, as you can see, I have a couple of brackets just kind of screwed in here to hold support the board as I hit it this way, and when I try to knock it back out. So now I'm gonna just knock it in up to them brackets. That way I'll have enough space to slide this new 2x8 in. Then I'm gonna work the other way. So, more to come. Okay, I got both pieces in. Feels pretty good on both sides. Kind of sandwiched them together. Now, like I said, there's another piece of plywood up on top. So yeah, you can see it over here actually. So this is the new piece that they try to cover up. So I'm gonna just fill in this gap in here first, and then I'll put the sheet that they had go right over it. Should be good to go. It wasn't easy. I did have to call my dad for help to help me slide this board in, because as one person lifted one side, the other person had to knock it in. So I do recommend 2 people on that part. Okay, we're back. So I've got the subfloor cut out, laid it in here, and what I ended up doing was coming a little bit further back this way, because when I would step on the old subfloor, I felt like it had rotted out a little bit further back. So I made sure that the 2x6s underneath came a little further, so they're about out to here underneath the subfloor. And then I cut a little bit more this way, rip that out, and then this piece you can see is a little further back. So now all I gotta do is screw that down. But it is a world of difference in how it feels. I mean, it really supports my weight. Like I said before, I mean, I was sinking in. So once I get this screwed down, I'm gonna go ahead and I come up a little short here because I used a piece I had laying around, and I may shove I don't know, it's not even an inch right in here, but I may just leave it like that. I'm not sure yet, because the top layer of plywood is going to come above this, which is, like I said, the previous owners had done that repair before. That's why everything's kind of lifted up. And then I'll put the tile back and it should be good to go, ready to rock and roll. All right, pretty happy about this repair so far. Oh, and even this side now, over here, like I said, I did shove it in at probably a good 2 inches over here. Basically butted it up to that support, that 2x2 that I had in there, or that I saw from the original. So, and I think I mentioned that this side was a 2x6. This side I ended up buying a 2x8. So 2x6, 2x8 underneath, laying across those metal cross beams under the trailer. All right, more to come. Okay, what I'm doing now is just putting the screws back on the floor. So I got it back in. This is the top layer. So now I'm flush with the rest of the RV. Once I get this plywood screwed down, I'll go and get the tiles, vinyl tiles, and just stick them back on. I was kind of worried that this wasn't going to be sticky anymore, but my shoes are almost ripping off my feet, so. Then the flooring, then the toilet. Should be back in business. Alright. Okay, got it all screwed in. Now I'm back to flush. I don't think I pointed that out earlier, but that insulation that I took out from underneath this middle row really had no space for it, so I just kind of left it out. But I'm down in South Texas, so we don't get too many cold days out here anyway. So as I walk on it, I mean, it's still sticky obviously, but the floor isn't even really budging. I may put me a couple of more screws here. I know I got a solid piece of 2x8 there. Remember I said 2x8 on this side, 2x6 on this side over here. But yeah, so much better. I mean, I had a lot of rotted wood underneath. Before even getting this tub, you feel like you were going to fall to the floor right here. It's like night and day. Really night and day. Alright. I think I'm going to call it a day. Tomorrow I'll get these strips slapped in there. And that should be it. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with that repair. Almost feel like it's probably more solid than what it was when it came from the factory. That's all I gotta say. So, all right, that's it for now. Thanks. All right, guys, I'm back and I'm getting this floor put back on. Kind of working my way down. For the most part, it's sticking down pretty good, but I do see a couple areas where I may have to come back and just throw me a little bit more adhesive underneath. But feels pretty good as I'm walking on it. So I'm gonna keep going that way. Just a quick update. Alright. Okay, so after attempting to put the toilet in, I noticed that I guess the only way is to correct the way this flange was sitting, so I turned it 90 degrees. Have these I guess retaining bolts there on the sides. Then to get this flange to kind of slip into that pipe coming from the bottom, I just used a little bit of grease that I had laying around. kind of twisted it in, shoved it down. Now I'm just gonna screw it in and then pop that toilet in here. I left the water line connected, that's why it's right here on the tub. And should be it. Okay, thanks.
Oh, my color.
Alright, I got the toilet on. Feels pretty secure there. Again, walk around here, solid. Putting this trim back on. I had to remove these along with the door in order to get this floor off. So, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna slap this door back on, and that should be the last thing here.